Welcome everyone. In today's lecture and first lecture on probability distribution. In the first lecture we would like to understand what is meant by a random variable with an example. From next lecture we will continue with the probability distribution for the random variable, discrete continuous random variable and other topics from the syllabus which we discussed previously. In all previous probability related topics, we have seen random experiments and formation of sample space. In most of these experiments or say problems or questions, we discuss those problems or questions on the basis of particular outcomes. For example, suppose I am trying a card, what is the probability that it will be a king, or it will be a queen, or it will be a spade card, like that. Now this is not only a motive, but also we are interested in some number associated with that outcome. Let's take one experiment. Tossing two dice. We may be interested in the sum of numbers on the two dice. In this example, my sample space S would be 1, 1. That means my first dice is showing 1, second is showing 1, first is 1, second is 2, first is 1, second is 3, and so on, like that. Either it will, first die will show 5, second will show 6, or both will show 6. Okay. In our sample space, and each element is assigned with a number, that is sum of number obtained. For example, the element 1, 1 is assigned with a number 2 because the sum of 1 and 1 is 2. Let's take for this one. The first dice is showing 1, second is showing 2. The sum of these two is 3. Here it is 4, and so on, like that. Here it is 12, where for this it is 11. Are you clear with this? This assignment of single real number vary according to the experiment. If it is a experiment of say tossing of 3 coins at a time, then my sample space would be different. So there are total 8 elements. And if I say I am assigning the number depending on the number of heads appearing in that experiment, so my assignment of this single real number is going to vary. Here I am assigning the sum, say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and maximum sum is 12. There I am assigning maximum 3 heads are appearing and minimum only 0 heads are appearing. So 0, 1, 2 or 3 number I am going to assign in that case. Hence, this assignment of single real number is going to vary according to the experiment. Therefore, it is a variable. It is going to vary. That's why it is a variable. And assigning a number is depend on outcome of the random experiment. The assigning of the number is depend on the random experiment. See, here I am assigning a number that is nothing but the addition of these two numbers. If I am taking the experiment of tossing of 3 coins, H, 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 T, like that, up to T, 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 there are 8 elements. So I am assigning a number depending on the number of heads in that track. So here there are 3 heads. I am assigning 3 to this. There I am assigning 2 to this. Say H, T, H, then T, H, H. So for these 2 also I am assigning 2. But T, T, H I am assigning 1. T, H, T again 1. H, T, T again 1. And T, T, T I am assigning a 0. So that means this assignment of the number is going to vary. Hence it is a variable. So this assignment is a variable. And this assignment is depend on the experiment. So here I am assigning a sum and here I am assigning a number of heads. So that depends on my experiment. Hence it is known as a random variable. So the term is called as a random variable. These random variables are usually denoted with the capital letters. Either it is capital X or capital Y, like that. So in general, if I want to define the concept of random variable, then random variable is a function from sample space S to the set of real numbers. For example, capital X is my random variable, then it is a function from S to R. I hope everyone is understood with the concept of the function which we discussed in the previously, maybe in 11th standard. Okay, so now you can look at here. I am assigning the element 1 1 a number 2, the element 1 2 the number 3. So see the numbers 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, all these numbers are real numbers. Yeah, of course if I say this collection particularly 2 to 12, then it is a subset of a real number, but my codomain set is a real number. That's very important. Or here I am assigning only 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 in this particular example. Or you can go on recording the temperature of a particular place at a particular instant. Then it is somewhere from minus 273 degree to the plus 272 degree. All the numbers I am getting in between them, this range. Are you clear with this? So let's take one example again, and we can have what different random variables we can define on a particular sample space. Okay, so consider a random experiment of tossing of 2 coins. My sample space S is tossing of 2 coins. My sample space S having HH, HT, TH and T. Okay, now capital X be my random variable. I will use X to assign the value to these elements of the sample space, and the function rule means, suppose I am defining a function f of x is equal to x square. So what is the rule here? I am taking a square of my input. So similarly, what number I am going to assign them, so that rule I have to define. So capital X is a random variable which denote number of heads appear. Okay, it denotes the number of heads appear. So I am having XHH as say 2, X of HT or X of TH, both I am going to assign 1 because there is only one head, and another one X of TT is 0 because there is no head present. For same sample space, we can define another random variable. So some students maybe feel like that if there is a sample, only one sample space, there is only one random variable. It is not like that. You can define n number of random variables for that. So let's take another random variable, say y, and my sample space is again same. Y denotes the random variable which is going to be a denote number of tails minus number of heads in that particular range. So y of HH, can you tell me how many number of tails are here in HH? 0. How many number of heads are there? 2. So 0 minus 2. So I am assigning minus 2 to this. Y of HT, how many heads? How many tails? 1. How many heads? 1. I am assigning 0 to that. Y of TH, I am assigning again 1 minus 1, that is 0. And when I come for Y of TT, there are 2 tails and 0 heads, so I am assigning 2 to this. So for the same sample space with this random variable, I am assigning these elements with a subset of a real number having only these 3 numbers, minus 2, 0 and 2. Whereas under this random variable, I am assigning 0, 1 and 2. Are you getting this? So this is all about the random variable and assigning a number or a real number to each element of the sample space. Okay. Now in further lectures, we would like to discuss the types of the random variable. There are 2 types, discrete and the continuous. I'm take an opportunity that all these discussion which we made with the examples 1, 2, and this one 3, everywhere the random variable is a discrete because I am assigning a discrete value to that. I can count them. They are finite in number, and these values are discrete. I can count it. Are you getting it? So this is a discrete case of a discrete random variable. Okay, the exact definition of discrete and the continuous random variable we'll discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.